Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Does it look nice with a banana?
Where are you going to put the treasure once you're done eating?
No, but it's good. Can you see here?
No, I cannot see.
Okay. Start it over.
Okay.
Let's start. Hey beloveds, welcome to my YouTube channel. It is your lady, Mrs. Kaleb here. Thank you once again for tuning in. Special shout out to my new service. Welcome guys, and I hope you stay. To my old service, thank you for sticking around from day one. Here we are again. Our little community is really going, growing very well. I like it for me, for us. Right, I'm excited man to be I'm excited to be recording this video. Firstly because it is as you see, but that's how before below. It is a whole pregnancy journey, pregnancy update. So the one thing that I'm really excited about in my life right now is a little bundle of joy that we're expecting, as you can see. And I'm not so sure when you're going to be seeing this video. Definitely not the week I'm uploading it now, or this month, but you will see it. I mean, that's why I'm recording it. So yes, I took time. Although I thought I wasn't going to do it, I took time to record this to update about my first trimester. We've just clocked into our second trimester now. So pregnancy, yes. By now I should have also uploaded about how I told Mr. K that we're expecting. How I found out, running the little errands, trying to surprise him, how it worked out. But the one thing I'm not so sure about is the quality of that video, because the time I took it, Abigail still got the picture, the idea, and enjoyed it hopefully. Apologize for the quality. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is how I told my close relatives, my loved ones, other than Mr. Kaleb, of course. I have parents, I have, my in-law family, I have my siblings, I have cousins, I have very close. Okay, so yes, I do have, relatives, so how did I tell them? The one person I was always so scared to tell was my grandmother. Don't ask me why, because I really can't explain it. Number one, this is the same person I was very scared to tell that I'm getting married. Because, and her reaction, I asked my mom to do it, by the way. Her reaction was still like, isn't she young? Is she not like born, what did you say, 96 or 98? I'm just like, yo, you really think I'm still your little girl, man? So yes, imagine me telling her I'm pregnant, and the people around me were like, but it should be good because you're married, and and I'm like, yeah, but it's still not the same. I am my grandmother's little girl, and for me, she still has not seen me holding a glass of gin. I don't think she knows that I drink. I know everyone that knows that I drink is like, oh bruh, how? Yeah. So that's how it is. I'm a little girl. But then I asked my mom to do it. She didn't do it, so I had to do it myself. I remember calling my mom and telling her, okay, I'm going to tell grandma now about the pregnancy. What should I say? So I asked her, please tell me exactly what you say. So what you're saying, I'm just going to paste that side. So I did. It's like, yes, God willing, this month, your great grandchild will be here. And she was very excited. She was so excited. My grandma calls me almost every day, not every second day. So now because of this, she called even more often, 3 times a day sometimes. Oh, how are you? Don't overwork yourself. How do you feel? Are you eating? And when I tell her, no, I didn't really eat, I didn't have. No, you must eat. Force yourself. Is there anything you need? And I'm just like, wow. This is actually a good opportunity for me to get a few bucks, but I'm like, I don't want to do that. But yes, The other thing is, I told my mom, I wanted to actually plan a whole cute surprise for my mom, but I couldn't do it because I was like, she lives plus minus 700 kilos from me. How do I do it? Even if I send a little hamper, you know, with cute little, you can be granny stuff. Who's gonna record it? Because you guys have to see it also, and I also want memories of a little one. You know, so what I did was, I just had to print a little note ticket that I sent to her. I'll try to paste it here. She called me immediately. She's so excited. She's like, oh my gosh, it's happening. What? I'm gonna be a grandma. And then I'm like, yeah, right, you're getting old. You're an Oma, almost an Oma. And then I told my sister too, the same way. And I told my sister, you know what, better start saving because you're also in this with me. Like, bruh, this is your first Mr. nephew, okay, from your sister, because I'm her only sibling. So yeah, I tell my mom and my sister, like, guys, start an account, eh? School fees, everything. They just laugh so hard. I had to tell my cousins, my friends, obviously too, and you know, everyone is so excited. But I get a little shy now that it's popping out. Thank God it's winter, so I just come up in the jacket because it's now out there. Like, you did the things. Although people know you did the things or you're doing the things, I mean, we all doing the things, but there's evidence. When there's evidence, it is happening. So yes, that's how I told people around me. Who else? Yeah. Another thing I want to talk about is okay, the gender. We still don't know about the gender, but Mr. Kane knows what he wants. I, on the other hand, I just want a baby. I'm not really big on. I thought I was, but ever since we found out, I was just like, we can have either male, female, honestly. And but the one thing I want, or maybe most people want, or always wanted, is having at least the best of both worlds, you know, ending up with both genders in life. So for me, this first one, I'm gonna have it like male, female, I'm good. Well, that's how I've been until the people around me started referring to the little one as her, she. I'm just like, what? Is this like a little sign that it's a girl or... But I don't want to put that in my head because what if I feed on it and it ends up being a boy? Am I going to be hurt? Or how is it going to be? I don't want that feeling. And my mom just sees granddaughter and I'm just like... But I didn't tell her anything. That, why are you saying granddaughter? Maybe it's a boy, maybe it's what? Because now I'm also wondering, what if it ends up being a grandson? Will she be sad? Obviously she won't be, because at this point she just wants a grandchild. So yes, gender wise we still don't know. I mean, you guys also know. You guys are in this with us. We are doing this together. I'm not in this alone or just me and my husband. We in this together. This is ours. We are going to, you know, you guys are the community that are going to raise this little one. So yes, pregnancy update. What else did I want to talk about? I also wanted to talk about morning sicknesses and stuff like that. Some of those things I just hear about, you know, morning sicknesses, people went through it. But what can I really say about morning sickness? I can't say I really went through it. So how's my experience? When I first found out, I was still the same person. The first few days, there were no changes, nothing. And after that, up here, we started increasing in volume, and I'm like, okay, there it goes, there it comes. And I read on it, and that is actually going to be part of the first signs. So up here we were growing, and I'm like, okay, we're a little bit sore, and I'm like, And the other thing is, the belly was just as flat for a while. I think the first 2 weeks, the belly was really, no, I can't say 2 weeks. That's after I found out. So that's, I think maybe the 4th week. but still very, very flat. My mood, I had no mood swings, and it's so funny how Mr. K says that I'm more moody when it's that time of the month compared to when I'm pregnant now. Like, what? And I'm like, okay, then that should be good, because if I was moody when I'm pregnant for 9 months, I feel sorry for him. But yes, I had no moods, and what pain did I have? Can't think of anything. But then I remember, I love lemon. I love lemon water. I love just eating lemon like that. Ooh, spring of lemon. Yes. So I remember my mom-in-law, we have so many lemon trees in the north, so she sent us a lot of lemons, and I was really excited, you know. We squeezed up for lemonade, but I think I drank a lot of it. Started getting heartburn, and I'm like, what? And here's the funny part, I didn't even know it was heartburn because I've never had heartburn before, but I had to really Google and ask the doctors around me about it, and they're like, it's heartburn. I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe heartburn. So I concluded it was from the lemonade that I had, but then I wasn't so sure, and I was a bit in denial because like, no, lemonade, like I love lemons. No, it can't be. I gave it a few days and I had some again. It was the same thing. I was like, no, it's fine, man. Let me stay away from the lemons. I don't hate them now, but I just don't want to get a heartburn, so I'm staying away from it now till further notice. Food, what didn't I like? Okay, there was a time where before I eat something, like a meal, if I'm making a meal, before I put the food in my mouth, I have to smell it. If it doesn't smell yucky, it's going down. If it smells yucky in any way, we are not having it. But that didn't happen often. I remember maybe once or twice. It wasn't really a thing. But for now, what I can say about food is, if I prepare it, it doesn't really go down. But if somebody else prepares it, or it's prepared in my absence, it goes down. Or maybe if I prepare it and I can eat it way later, then I think I'll still have it. I hate the smell of raw chicken. Chicken is my thing. I love chicken. If you know me very well, you know that braaipak is one of my favorites. But now, that raw one, you know, while you're busy washing it before preparing it, that smell, I hate it. It doesn't make me want to puke, but it's just a smell, unpleasant smell. I just hate the smell. You know, I've not been nauseous, thank God. The other thing I should talk about, I think, is the fatigue. Woo! Those first weeks, that fatigue, I've never had it before. I just want to sleep, I just want to lie down. I'm always sleeping. I was always sleeping. I wake up now, an hour later, I'm gone. I sleep very early. I woke up very late. I dragged myself, and that was the one time I really just wished I had no job, because dragging myself to work in such a mood, I didn't like it. I was always very, very tired. So yes, that's it with the fatigue. I had fatigue. I didn't have the nausea. I had terrible headaches. Like, I am the one person that hates being sick, so any little sickness, I am crying. I'm texting my mom and my sister on a family group that, guys, I am having a bad headache. I think my head is going to explode. Right now, I am crying. My mom is like, welcome to motherhood. I'm like, huh? My poor husband is always holding me there like, oh, shit, man, my helpless wife, like. I'm like, yeah, we're in this together. We are moving forward, we are pushing through. But yes, other than that, wait, oh yes, there was this pain, what is it called? Some ligament something. Woo! I cried. It was very painful. So I asked the doctors around me about it, and I'm being told it is normal. I'm like, normal? Normal? Wow, it was so painful. I just didn't know what to do. No, just take maybe bananas every 8 hours. I'm like, bananas! I take them and I don't feel anything. It's as if they're not working. It's still very painful. So I had to live through it. Oh, I'm not too sure. My mom is out there. I don't know if you guys have experienced it, but if you did, I think you know what I'm talking about. I hated it. That. And there's this app that I have. I think it's called What to Expect or something like that. So that app updates me every day on different things. Oh, now go easy on what? The exercises, the nutrition, your everything. So they did also speak about the ligaments. And I think they spoke about it the 2 days before, 2 days after the pain, and I'm like, oh wow, how accurate, right? Perfect timing, isn't it? But for 2 consecutive days, I had it, and I really can't tell you what I did to ease the pain, just like that. The pain went away, but otherwise, all has been well. With this pregnancy, I'm talking like I have like 10 other kids. Okay, so being pregnant, I haven't been eating very well, or much rather. My appetite has decreased, but the one thing I really eat a lot is fruits, watermelon, grapes, oranges, and my mangoes. I've been craving for mangoes, guys, like so much. I've been craving for mangoes that because they're out of season now, sadly, my husband had to be buying from Woolworths, and they're quite expensive for such a little packet. But anything for the wife, I guess. So the mangoes were also part of the fruit salad that I normally have. So I ate a lot of fruits and didn't really have meals, like heavy meals. I could miss eating dinner tonight, and I'll only eat dinner the following day. In between there, I'll probably just have an apple. Understand? Maybe drink water or something, but I didn't really eat much, but I never felt hungry. At the beginning, the hunger I used to feel if I don't eat, it's that painful hunger. I've never felt it before. Very painful. But now, I don't feel hungry anymore, even if I don't eat for a while. Not yet. Okay, we are not feeling the kicks yet, the movements yet. I think that is the one thing we are also very excited to experience. As soon as it happens, I'm going to faint. Like, oh my gosh, it's real. I remember when we traveled to the north in April for my brother's funeral. There was some hours where I completely forgot I was pregnant because you're not feeling anything, and it wasn't constantly in my mind. I mean, we're preparing for the burial and stuff, so it always brushed out of my memory for a few hours, not forever. So once it's out, I'm relaxed. I'm doing everything else. My mom told me that she was very worried about what I'm going to eat or how I'm going to be, but everything went very well. No one noticed anything. If you don't know, you don't know. Even if you knew, there's no difference. So the time I actually realized that, oh yeah, I am pregnant, right? I freak out a bit. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm still pregnant. I was still fine in there because no kicks to remind me that yes, I'm here, yes, we're good, or I was just like, oh wow, what? Maybe not. So as soon as I got back, I had to go for a stone. I was like, let's confirm this again. Let's make sure we are still good in there, but we were good, thank God. What else didn't I talk about? Let me talk about the one thing that shocked me, a craving I had. Beer. I hate beer, right? I don't mind I can be around you drinking your beer or whatever, but I don't like it because it's sour. I find it very sour. And I've always said, I don't understand why people like it because it's so sour. But it was that night that I craved for it. I just wanted beer, draft to be specific. The bottle. Not the dumpy, the small one, the big one. It was past 7. We drove my dear to go buy it. The hubster was like, are you sure? I'm like, I wanted. We went to go buy the beer. And your lady finished the whole bottle. I finished everything. The moment I took that very first sip, man, I don't know how to describe it, but I felt like I understood. I understood how drug addicts feel, really, because it felt like I've never had such a strong craving before in my life. Like, you could crave for something like, oh, I want this, but you end up not getting it, but you still go there. I knew that I had to get it. But now I'm just wondering, if I could not get it, then what happens? I'll be very grumpy maybe. I have such a sad night. I don't know, but woo! We got it. I enjoyed it. But I was very scared that the following day I'm going to crave for it again, and the day after, and wow, I'll be drinking beer. So not just because it's alcohol and I'm expecting, but also because I don't want to end up drinking beer afterwards. No, you can drink your beer. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying me. Because here goes my baby fat, here goes the beer belly. How are we going to do all that? But yeah, I had it that once and that was it. My skin is very dry lately. I mean, I am the one person with very oily skin, even in my face, but my skin has gotten dry. I have to always try and keep it moisturized. Maybe I should actually try and have a video on the type of the lotions I use, the serums and stuff for my skin that helps me. Maybe it could be helpful to someone, you never know. That's why I'm trying to just share. I'm going to try and share almost everything when it comes to this journey, because I'm not saying copy and paste, but maybe somewhere, somehow, someone could be helped. And that would actually be a good thing. And the other thing about my body is, yes, I lost weight. The bum is all that's, popping now. But I have not gotten any stretch marks. Pray I don't. I have not gotten any changes in my skin color. My acne scars or spots are still there. I mean, I've been struggling with that for a while. I'm not the one person with a clear skin, but nothing has changed either. We have not gotten a big ass fat face yet. What else? Yeah, just weight loss. I mean, even my ring is just falling off now. My fingers, I feel like I've lost weight everywhere. My fingers, my neck, and my face. Maybe you don't see it, but I feel it. I don't know. And what else about my body? I think that is all. Woo, pregnancy. Let's talk about urination. That is just after every 5 minutes. And in this cold weather, that toilet seat is very, very cold. Oh, for once I just needed to be male, man, and male and pregnant. I don't know, it doesn't make sense, yes, but you get it, man. The toilet seat is cold. I hate it. I really hate it. Okay, so yes, doctor's appointments. How many did I have so far? Starting with the very first one I went before we started trying. That was in January, just the general checkup. Someone asked me that, oh, is it a must that if I want to start trying for a baby, I need to go for a general check? It's not a must, not everyone goes, but I would advise it. Why? Because you will end up having a very clear conscience that I feel like had I not gone to the doctor first and we just started to try, and for some reason it wasn't working out, I was going to conclude that, oh my gosh, something is wrong with me. That's when I'll panic and run to the doctor and try to understand. But then, had it not worked out like this, but I have seen my gynae first, I was still going to sleep better at night, because I know it's just gut timing. It's just gut timing, but not my body. I don't know if it makes sense, but it made me feel better, slept at night. But yes, we thank God. We thank God. His timing, perfectly well. And what else did I want to talk about? What did I miss? Oh yes, doctor's appointments. So we went that first time in January, and then We started trying in February, right? So in early March, we went for our first official doctor's appointment after we found out. And then onwards, March, we also went. April, we went. May, we went. You know, we've been going. Yes, speaking of a doctor, gynecologist, how did I choose, or how did we choose ours? Reference, you know, word of mouth. People close to me actually used my gynae, so I was like, oh, okay, and they said very beautiful things about him, so I had no doubt that it'll work. Like, he's the one that's gonna help us. And so far so good. I'm not thinking of changing. We're not going to change at all. We are comfortable. We are getting the help we need. We're getting the information we need, and all has been well. Thank God. I have a very supportive partner, thank goodness. And so he was with me throughout all that. And I'm not going to talk about, or maybe let me talk about people who do this alone. Like, you're doing good, you're doing very well, or you did good, you did very well. I'm not saying I couldn't do it alone, but since I have someone to do it with me, thank God. You understand what I'm saying? But yes, so to all my expecting mothers, enjoy the journey. Let's do this, whether you're a first time mom to be like me, or this is your 10th baby. So I hear it's always a different experience. I'm not so sure really. I can't talk much about it. Maybe I'll let you guys know years from now. But yes, let's enjoy every moment. The world must just allow us to do what we want, as long as it's legal and you're not hurting anyone's feelings. Like, let's live in the moment. Let's cherish what is happening to our bodies, what we are carrying. Prayers up. And to everyone that's around an expecting mom, please behave. By behave, I mean, do I really need to tell you guys to stop stepping on people's bellies? Like, because, okay, I don't mind someone feeling my belly, but it depends to who. I just want good vibes, good energy. So, let's be nice. Let's play nice then. Yes, other than that, I am not so sure if I have told you guys about everything I needed to tell you, or in case I forgot something. But if I've forgotten anything, I'll try and bring it in my next pregnancy update. I will try and post a few pictures so you guys see how big we are for the first trimester end. But other than that, I think we're good. So, yo, guys, well, we're at this whole first trimester now. Woo! Let me talk about COVID. I panicked. So I caught COVID end May, beginning June. I was so scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was very scared because, like I spoke in one of my videos, I think life update video. I spoke about how I got COVID and how I had it last year too, same time, and I had symptoms. My body was weak, and I was sick. I was really sick. It's as if I had a cold. I couldn't eat. Swallowing, it was just very painful. My own saliva, swallowing saliva was very painful, and I was so scared because I was pregnant. I was just like, what is happening in there? So as soon as I felt better, as soon as I got better, I had to go to the hospital for a son. I'm like, no, I don't know. You know, again, it's a thing of, I have no kicks yet, so how do I know what's happening in there is still on point? So sorry, excuse me. I was like, no, I'm doing a sauna. I'm checking that everything is fine in there, and thank God, all was well. I recovered and strong again. Taking the supplements as prescribed by the doctor, of course, and trying to drink a lot of water. I signed up with the gym, but that was before we found it. But I don't go anymore. I don't know, don't ask me why. But hamster always tries to make me walk around the block, which I guess it helps. But I'll see if I'll try to go back. But I wanted to actually look for someone who is more trained, I'd say, like who works with pregnant women when it comes to fitness and stuff like that. Oh shit, by the time you guys see this, that part is long gone. So I'll try to actually ask about it on my Instagram so that I find out who it is, and then I can maybe start working with them. That would actually, I feel like it would be good for me. So yeah, yes. So thank you guys for joining me again. I hope this video was a bit helpful. I hope. And don't be so hard on yourselves. Prayers up. Doesn't matter what you're going through. Prayers up always. And please don't forget to be kind to one another. Please. It's not even expensive.